Hello everybody and welcome back again to Let's Play The Witcher 3 Hearts of Stone DLC. I am back in Oxenford and look at this, it's snowing. Has it ever been snowing in Velen before? In Skellige, yes. In Skellige we occasionally had snow, but I think this is the first time I see snow in this place. Very strange. But yeah, after ending last episode, I went back into the haunted house, by the way, and picked up some loot. It still was slightly haunted, I believe, because you still could hear some very faint noises in the background. But other than that, it was mostly a normal abandoned house now. Anyway, we have the rose, which means we have fulfilled our guild's last wish. So, let's get to the inn and... well, see what happens.
Another day gone to shit.
One drink all I had.
Just you wait.
You do know they're a witch.
2 points, and be quick about it.
Oh, please, good sir, a bit of courtesy.
So I look up, and Bob's your uncle. He downs half the barrel in one draught.
Geralt! Over here!
Oh, look who's there.
Oi, wait your looks. Use the look of a man who knows how to drink.
Thanks. Some other time.
Here now. Don't make me beg. My treat.
Oh, well, that works. You really want my undivided attention, huh?
Show off.
Of course I am. Wouldn't you be? Time's a marvelous plaything.
And a great spice to use in gingerbread.
So, you were listening. Indeed, occasionally I find time manipulation irresistible. Controlling it offers so many appetizing opportunities. Like spiking the soup of unsavory individuals with appropriately ghastly things.
Well, care to explain who you really are?
Who are you really?
Gaunter O'Dimm, also known...
Not what I'm asking.
Ah, so you'd rather know what it is I do. In brief, I give folk what they ask for. You might say, I simply grant their wishes.
Well, that much I figured out already. But they seem to get into trouble because of that, huh?
And drop them in a world of hurt.
No, not I. That would be their poorly formulated wishes. I'm no cheat. I give folk what they want, nothing more. That they oft desire unworthy things, that is entirely the fault of their rotten natures.
You're not human, that's clear. So what are you? A demon? A djinn?
Do you really wish to know?
Yes.
No, Geralt. You don't. This one time I shall spare you and not grant your wish. All who have learned my true name are now either dead or have met an even worse fate. Yet I still need you.
What for? Is this just some trick? Well, it would be an impressive trick one way or the other.
You actually control time, or is this just some conjurer's trick?
What difference does it make?
A big one.
Let us say time has always fascinated me, so I taught myself how best to use it.
Why time of all things?
Geralt, there are 4 dimensions. Length, width, height, and time. What would you have me fall in love with? Width? Come now.
I don't know, I'm quite partial towards height personally. But yeah, I think at this point it is obvious that O'Dimm is some sort of devil figure with some traits of a trickster figure. Something in between that, I would say. I don't think we need to know his real name or whatever, because that's essentially what he represents, right? So, why are you here? I'm actually looking for Olgierd.
So, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I wanted to congratulate you. You acquitted yourself splendidly with Olgierd. In fact, you've almost satisfied your debt.
Was supposed to fulfill his 3 wishes. Did just that. This is where you remove the brand, 'cause we're even.
Nearly. To fulfill the terms of the contract to the letter, you must do one more thing. Draw Olgierd to the Temple of Lilvani.
We never discussed that.
Oh, but we did. As a man of the world, you should know that every contract contains a catch or two. Small print, which, nevertheless, changes the ultimate meaning of the pact. This applies to oral contracts as well. Recall that I said, and I quote, "I believe, however, that all will end well, and once it does, we 3 shall meet and thank one another for the voyage we shared." End quote.
Yeah, I remember.
Fulfill your end of the bargain, and I will remove the brand.
Small print in an oral contract. That's impressive.
That was the last time you interrupted me while I was talking to someone.
Wow. That is pretty awful.
What the devil? Why is there a fly in my suit? Was waiting. Had an eye out for you. Didn't see you come in. How is it you're here?
I can control time.
Old Witcher's trick. I concentrate real hard, and I can control time and space.
You tossed this fly in my suit?
No. Now listen carefully. Tell your Ataman to come to the Temple of Lilvani. It's south of here. Entrance is inside a cave.
What's the commotion?
Lilvani's temple. Got it?
Aye, got it.
Well, I guess they
Hold there!
found the dead man.
Your friend, the medic. She were here. Ask that you look in on her.
Thanks.
Alright, apparently Shani wants to see me.
Bloke literally dropped dead.
Blind drunk he was. Maybe he fainted.
Fainted? He's soaked in blood.
And he's got a spoon in his
My
eye.
valor stands on 3 pillars. Good food, good drink, and good fun.
Well, apparently the people are already back to their normal business. But yeah, I'm sorry for the guy. That was not my doing. So, I'm supposed to meet Olgierd at the Temple of Lilvani, but I can talk to Shani first, which obviously I'm going to do. So, if you just let me pass,
Scoundrel!
I will head over to Shani's place, which I believe is actually pretty close.
Leave me be. Your breath. Oh, the stench of rotted teeth and vodka.
But I won't plough you with me mouth, sweetheart. So, what's it gonna be?
The witch hunter's defender. Let me alone, or regret it.
Ooh, what'll you do to me, Dove? Spank me?
Do you need any help?
Leave her alone.
Why's that? Want us to plough you? Is that it? Doable, but you'll have to hide that mug in a sec.
Fuck off or I'll mess you up. Let's try not be quite as belligerent today. Just let her go, okay?
Let the woman go. Then we can flirt.
Look at that! Vagrant mutt's giving us orders. Needs to know his place. Fuck him up.
Well, of course, this was bound to happen anyway. Oh, well, they're very low level though. And since they don't draw their weapons, I suppose I'm just going to beat them.
You alright?
Fine. Truth be told, I'd have managed on my own. But thank you.
Well, how would you have done this?
You'd have managed it? Managed those men by yourself?
Of course. Knee to the bollocks, elbow to the throat. Job done.
Well, good on you. Do you want me to walk you home, or can you manage yourself on that account as well?
Walk you home?
Hey now. I'm grateful, sure, but I'll not demonstrate that in the alcove.
Walk you home, that's it.
In that case, yes. Come.
Well, I may just have stumbled on an old quest from the main game, but I suppose I'm just going to finish this before we continue with the current one. Yeah, I mean, this is a level 10 quest. I'm going to assume that this was bound to happen much earlier. So where do you live anyway? Show me the way, please.
Master Witcher, do you always help folk for free?
Sometimes for free, usually for pay.
Phew. I was afraid you were abnormal.
You think it's abnormal to help people for free?
Here it is. Really, you needn't have troubled yourself.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure you could have done this yourself. I mean, this was not very dangerous after all. It was like 20 meters.
Forgot. Could have managed it on your own. Well, don't let me get in your way. Farewell.
Okay, well, this was a interesting little side quest. But, I actually want to go and talk to Shani. So, let's see if she's home. And have I not looted her place yet? How weird. Let me remedy that. I have looted her basement, I remember that. Okay, let's go upstairs.
Shani?
Oh, Geralt. Good thing you're here.
What happened? Somebody break in?
This? No. Just getting ready to move.
What? When? Where to?
Not what I wanted to talk to you about. Or at least not only, but... I'm leaving, Geralt. The Eastern Front beckons. I'm Kedwin bound.
That's very sudden.
Never mentioned you'd be moving. Any intention to either.
I didn't know I would be. Found out this morning. 2 soldiers came to my door, said Redania needs me again.
Couldn't turn them down? Just say no?
Perhaps I could have. But I didn't want to. Treating the ill and wounded, it's my calling. No place I'm needed more than at the front.
Well, I wouldn't mind asking her to stay, but I fear that it's not going to change anything, and she has to do what she has to do, and she has to go her own way, and I respect that, so it's okay.
I understand. Any chance we'll see each other again?
Someday, I'm sure.
Alright, well, let's change topics. I'm actually here and want to ask you about Olgierd.
So, learn anything about Olgierd?
Well, I abandoned the books quickly. Decided that if I was going to learn the truth, I'd need to find someone who knows it.
Find anyone?
Turned out I didn't need to look far. A colleague at the Academy, an assistant to Professor Permathine Shakeslok, claims Olgierd von Everec met with the professor multiple times. Apparently, Olgierd asked the professor to do some research. Professor got so worked up doing it, he went daffy. Started jealously guarding his notes. Wouldn't even let his assistant look at them.
The professor. Where'll I find him?
Here in Oxenfurt. Cloistered inside his house on Academy grounds. Mage hunters guard his door.
Why mage hunters?
Mage hunters at the door. He under house arrest?
I can't say, really. Some of the faculty think him a traitor. Say he sold out to the hunters for a hefty pouch of gold. The assistant, on the other hand, insists the professor wants him there to protect him. I don't know what from.
What's your guess?
He's certainly useful to them. A specialist in black magic and the occult? Must be a trove of knowledge. If he's really gone off his nutter, I wouldn't be surprised to see them using him.
Well, they usually don't seem to care about the knowledge they can get from experts on magic, but apparently, for some reason, they care about this guy. Yeah, I need to see him.
Need to talk to this professor.
We'll go together. Redanian guards all over the academy. Doubt you'll get in alone.
Guards have never stopped me, you know that.
Wound these, and I'll have to patch them up. Besides, we might run into a friend. Get inside free and easy.
Okay, well, good point. I'm right behind you after I looted your place. I mean, you're going to move out anyway. I'm just taking some unnecessary stuff off your shoulders. Right. Okay, and now we can go. I hope she's waiting for me. Yep.
So how are things at the academy these days?
You mean since Radovid shut it down?
I mean, is it well guarded?
Might be all it is. Many of the faculty fled to the far north. The braver ones stayed, but assumed the guises of tailors and laundresses. Why?
Just curious. Scholars seem to have adopted mage tactics. They in the same bind?
Well, I wouldn't worry about the academy, Shani. I have the feeling that
So
once
the
the war's
Eastern
over...
Front, and then?
Depends where they send me.
Wherever it is, take care of yourself.
Always do. So don't worry.
Indeed. But yeah, I have the feeling once the war's over, the academy will be opened again, because I think the new ruler of the North will have a more positive opinion on education and science. So don't worry about it. The academy will come back. I mean, say what you want about Dijkstra. At the very least, he seems to be serious about that topic. Alright, here we are. Okay, where do we get inside? Due to the ongoing hostilities, all faculties and departments of the Oxenford Academy have been closed and the institution's privileges revoked. The student body is hereby conscripted into the Redanian army, with exceptions granted only to philosophers whose constitutions make them unfit for any practical activity whatsoever, as well as medics and herbalists who are required to report to the field hospital at once. Except those that you are burning, right? I mean, apparently herbalists are kind of suspicious too. Long live King Radovid. He's dead. I mean, Shani actually acknowledged that he is dead, so this must be shortly after his death, and some people haven't adapted to that yet, apparently. So, let's see what's going on here.
Halt! By order of King Radovid, no one's allowed inside the academy.
Not even lecturers?
No one means no one.
See, you've become quite the stickler, Norbert. You were much kinder when I was patching you up. By the way, how's your knee?
Fine. Dandy. As if no arrow ever struck it.
Consider yourself a lucky man. Because if I'd not decided to operate, you'd be a cripple to the end of your days.
Bruno?
Eh?
Maybe we ought to let her in. She's a decent lass. Not like to steal nothing.
All right. But alone, which will draw too much attention. I'd rather not get shite from the captain on his account.
Here's what we'll do. I'll go in, then help you sneak in around the back.
How?
Don't know, but I'll figure something out. Usually aren't nearly as many guards on the riverside.
Agreed.
All right. Let me in.
Alright. So I need to enter the house from the riverside. But, what do you mean riverside? It's a freaking island. There is nothing but riverside. But apparently it's over here, huh? Okay, let me try to reach that place. And yeah, apparently Shani, should relocate to Skyrim. She would have lots of stuff to do in that place. I could probably just jump down here, right? Yep, I can. So let's get over to the beach. And... oh, drowners. Drowners. Okay, let's dispose of them. Oh, and my sword is in need of repair again. Well, I hope it's going to be enough to finish off the drowners here. Alright. And yeah, let me repair that. This should be enough. Alright. There's one more piece of loot somewhere. Alright. And now, let's see if we can get inside here.
Geralt! Psst! Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Grab the line!
Where'd you get the rope?
Long story. But we've done well. Professor Shakesock's house is at the end of this street. Witch hunters guard the door. Doubt I'll be able to sweet-talk them.
Been a huge help already, Shani. Thanks.
It was nothing. Really. You'd have done the same for me. If you wish to see me again before I go, I'll be at home. Packing will take some time yet.
All right. Be seeing you.
Alright, I will try to do that. Apparently I have to dispose of the witch hunters the old-fashioned way. Now, the trick to fighting humans now is that I need to avoid damage so I can stay at full health, and I need to have regen, because then my enchantment in my sword is going to work and convert the regen into damage, right? So let's try to make use of that enchantment by not getting damaged and dealing some extra damage here. Yeah, I think that works out pretty well. And we'll retreat for a moment. I don't want to take damage. Yep. Very nice. I like this. And one more. And I didn't take one bit of damage in that fight. Very good. Very nice. Okay, pick up my loot. And I'll have a quick look around the garden. What's going on up here? I know it's not where I'm supposed to go, but I need to check anyway. Oh, I see. This is probably a way out, huh? That would make sense anyway. Alright, let's find the professor.
Locked tight. Need another way in. You leave a window open, maybe?
I don't know. Let's look around. I see a ladder. That is an option, probably. I can probably climb up here. Yes, I can. And now what? I'm supposed to go somewhere over here, and it's actually below me. Oh, I may have to... Ah, I see. I have to get over there. Okay, can I just jump? Yep, this works. And I can probably break down this door. Whoa! Whoops! I may have just compromised the, structural integrity of the entire building. Sorry about that. Alright, let's see what's downstairs. Got a bunch of books, of course.
Silver
Also
lining.
just...
Don't know the sigil. Hasn't been used in ages, looks like.
Huh. What exactly is this? I mean, some of these red things are just debris from me breaking down the door? Probably. But there is other stuff for me to examine.
Shattered mirror. No sign of impact. Probably not an accident. Shattered by a sound, maybe. Someone looking at it and scream.
That must have been one hell of a scream.
Jillian Alboco's Lesser Key. Tomes about demons. Dusty as they come.
Is this worth reading? It may be. Let's read it. Why not? No one can claim... No, this is the wrong one. This is Pearls of the North. I want to read the one about the demons. Yeah. The essence of evil is to cause suffering. There exist many varieties of suffering, from common corporal pain through the rarefied torment of the psyche to deep wounds dealt to the soul. Whence does evil arise? Does it appear on its own, or does it only spread when conditions are ripe? And finally, the most important question, how can evil be defeated? Most believe evil has always existed, for none remember time when it did not. Yet is that sufficient proof? I dare to doubt it, for I am a scholar, and the essence of scholarship is to question all hypotheses until they have been rigorously proven. The appearance of evil is closely tied to the existence of good, its opposite and antithesis. Good without evil is dimensionless and therefore imperceptible. Evil, then, is an integral part of our lives. Evil wears many faces and appears in many different forms. One of them wears a skin of flesh, the evil incarnated as man travels the world, sowing death and suffering. Such evil is devious and difficult to discern. We usually only note its presence when it is already too late. In my scholarly wanderings through the myth and legends of a great many cultures, I have come across descriptions of a certain individual which all display a strikingly similarity. I do not mean in terms of its individual's outer appearance or name, but of his modus operandi. This evil works through trickery, tempting at first with the offer of something seemingly good. The price one must pay for this object of temptation, however, is enormous and non-refundable, and the promised good often contains horrifying hooks and treacherous traps. Beware, then, of any who promise the impossible, for such can be only delivered through the machinations of evil. Yeah, I think we're talking about O'Dimm here. Doesn't really tell me what I can do against him, though. Alright, well, still an enlightening read. Guess I'll take all of this as well. And that seems to be it.
Franco? Is that you? Leave the bedpan in the usual spot. And take the platter. I shan't be eating today.
Professor Shakeslock?
Who the blazes? How'd you get in? Get out. I know nothing. Don't wish to know anything. Understand? No, no, no. Out!
Not gonna hurt you.
That demon sent you. I'm sure of it.
Are we talking about the same person?
What demon?
Feigned ignorance. Please. You know. Gaunter O'Dimm.
Yeah.
Evil incarnate.
He didn't send me, but he is why I'm here. I'm a witcher.
A mutant. Yeah.
Yeah, about the house. Maybe we should continue our discussion outside. I may have destroyed your house. So, are you a prisoner here?
Why are there guards outside your door? You a prisoner?
Protective custody. That's the phrase. Protective. When I cannot decide my own fate, cannot breathe without their permission.
What do they want from you?
You may not be aware, but I am one of the foremost experts on the occult. Living experts, that is. My mentor was the outstanding Professor Lionel Van...
And you're cooperating with the witch hunters now?
Cooperating? As if I had a choice. They're ignorant, but not enough to ignore what I know about magic, witches, sorceresses, what have you. Knowledge they use for barbaric ends. But that's beyond my control.
Okay. But will you still talk to me?
Came here because I need information. Think you might be the only man who has it.
A witcher. Then it follows I needn't fear. I'm hardly a post-conjunction creature.
No,
What
you're
did
not.
Olgierd von Everec want from you?
I curse the day I first set eyes upon the man. He appeared at my doorstep one day, offering a sack of gold were I only to find out who Gaunter O'Dimm is and how to get rid of him. I agreed. Such matters are my speciality. And I needed the coin. I pored over countless tomes, delved into obscure incidents and analysed folk legends. I went so far as to travel to Nilfgaard, the library there, where at last I hit upon the mysterious entity's trail. There are records of encounters dating back thousands of years in many cultures under many names, but always as evil incarnate. In this land we call him Gaunter O'Dimm, at times Master Mirror or the Man of Glass. In deciphering the ancient scrawlings I went blind, yet I learned a great deal. For example, that he plays with his victims and thrives on pacts above all else. Seemingly harmless contracts which drive their parties to madness.
Okay, well, I know that much, but I hope to gain a little bit more information. Anyway, let's ask about the circle first.
What's with the surroundings? These runes, what do they mean?
They protect me. Here, evil cannot touch me.
How do you know?
Told me himself. Paid me a visit once. Fascinating meeting that was. I was blind already, but saw him clearly. He smiled at me. Said he was honoured I'd taken such an interest in him. He wished to thank me, and explained he'd taken a similar interest in me. He drew the circle and said I'd be safe within it. His way of repaying me, you see.
Ever tried to leave it?
If you'd heard how he said it, you'd be as certain as I am what leaving would bring.
So you have been in that circle ever since? Wow. Okay, what else can you tell me about him?
Know anything else about the man?
Gaunter O'Dimm is no man. He is evil. Evil which assumes various forms. Forget about him, or die.
You're alive.
Alive? Yet I live in constant fear, born of what I've learned about him.
Okay, and what have you learned about him?
Olgierd signed one of these pacts with him.
Brilliant deduction. But have you guessed why? You must know that he came from a wealthy, influential line. He must have, if the family of his betrothed accepted him. Yet did you know his fortune soured? He himself became an outcast, impoverished. Iris's family, a powerful house, could not accept this, would not marry their daughter to a nobody. Olgierd wished to elope. The further away, the better. Yet Iris refused to cut her family ties.
Quite the predicament.
Indeed. Their luck turned yet darker when a wandering witch mentioned a solution. A man who would grant any wish. His name, Master Mirror. The rest follows naturally. Olgierd and O'Dimm, a meeting at a crossroads, a wish,
Of course, at the crossroads.
pact signed in blood, and a price to be paid. Olgierd was to sacrifice one he loved. O'Dimm delights in difficult choices. He knew Olgierd loved two in this world, his betrothed and his brother, Vladimir. Olgierd chose, and soon thereafter married his beloved Iris, his fortune restored.
So he killed Vladimir. Well, that would explain some of the comments O'Dimm made a while ago when he talked to Vladimir. I mean, Vladimir said that he was attacked by some bandits or whatever, but they could have been sent by Olgierd, right? Huh. I did not know that. I mean, most of what he told me is what I pieced together already from what we found before. But I did not know that.
So did Olgierd kill his own brother?
No. Deduce, Witcher. O'Dimm acts directly or indirectly. Olgierd merely signed the blood letter. The next day, his brother was dead.
Okay. So it just happened because Olgierd made that choice, and then, you know, fate or O'Dimm or whatever had his brother killed. But I mean, in the end it was still Olgierd who decided that Vladimir was to die, no? Right? So, and you know all of this from Olgierd?
Olgierd tell you all that?
He had to. How else was I to diagnose his case?
Make it sound like an illness.
It is worse. Many illnesses are treatable, but play with evil, medicine can be much harder to find.
Okay. And then he wanted to break his pact.
Why was Olgierd out to get rid of O'Dimm? He'd gotten what he wanted.
Had he? His heart had turned cold as ice. His feelings for his wife, for whom he'd sacrificed his brother, had withered. He'd lost all he'd loved. Had he wanted any of this? No. O'Dimm grants what you wish, not what you want. All who sign a pact learn the difference and die by it.
All? No way to get rid of him?
Kill him, you mean? Kill evil? No. Yet the annals tell of a man who dissolved his pact by defeating O'Dimm at his own game.
Meaning?
O'Dimm wields contracts, word traps, duels of wits. Challenge him to such a duel. He'll agree, and can be beaten.
Okay.
But remember, there is only ever one stake. The sole thing he truly desires. Human souls.
Well, how can I get rid of this mark? Presumably the same way as he just told me, huh?
O'Dimm left a mark on my face. Any way to get it off?
A mark? No mention in the tomes. Strange. Unless it will disappear once your pact is fulfilled.
If I challenge him, end the pact that way, will it go away?
That I do not know. The one man who succeeded bore no mark.
They never really explained what's up with the mark, though, did they? I mean, other than the fact that it looks kinda ugly, which is not really of concern to Geralt, I think. What would happen if Geralt just walks away and says, you know, I'm not going to go through with this pact anymore? He will keep the mark, but what does this mean? Will the mark kill him, or what's going to happen? I'm not sure if this ever was explained. But anyway, thank you for your information. That was pretty helpful.
Thanks. Helped me a lot.
Good. Very good. Oh, to feel useful after so many years locked up, living in fear. Why, it's pleasance itself.
Yeah, of course that had to happen. Oh no, he left the protective circle. I'm sorry. That was not my intention. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. I'm going to take your stuff before I leave. Okay, well, apparently this is taking longer than I expected. So I'm going to make a cut here and we will continue tomorrow, maybe for the grand final, we will see. I'm going to read his journal beginning next episode because it may contain important information. And then we are going to meet Olgierd at the temple and see what we can do there. So as usual, thank you for watching and see you again next time.